In this meditation, I'm going to be using a combination of breath and goodwill, compassion meditation to direct some intentions that I have been thinking about setting, hopefully help myself to focus on and remember those intentions for the future. Where I would like to start is with a experience I had recently where a friend reached out to me and just asked me to listen because they were struggling with some internal challenges, some difficult experiences that were affecting them. And I think I'm just going to start there. I have a lot of kind of thoughts bouncing around in my head about that experience. It was a very joyful experience to be able to be there for my friend and listen to them. But rather than thinking and analyzing, I'm just going to jump into kind of focusing on some of the things that experience I think is helping me to develop. So, one of the first intentions that occurs to me to set is just simply, may I support my friends. And I think that's one that feels strong and easy because coming off of that experience, it feels like I've been doing that. So it kind of comes naturally. So I'm just going to begin with that. So on each out breath, I am sending to all of my friends my support, breathing out and sending to them the feeling of being heard and appreciated and helped, being offered a hand when they're down. And as I send that, I strengthen that intention by repeating to myself, may I support my friends. Breathing out and sending all my friends joy and support. Reminding myself of my intention. May I support my friends. As I do this, remembering that sometimes one of the things that can get in the way is the sense of, I don't have time for this, or this should be, I shouldn't need to do this. This person should be able to help themselves. So breathing out and sending not only support but patience. Breathing out and sending patience to myself and to my friends. Allowing myself some flexibility. May I support my friends as much as I can. May I support my friends and may I take care of myself that I may do so. May I support my friends and may I take time and space for myself if needed. Breathing in and opening to pulling away, soothing for this other person the discomfort of being not understood, of being invalidated or pushed aside. May I not hurt them by ignoring them or putting them down. May I support my friends on the out-breath. Sending support on the out breath. Breathing in and soothing their discomfort, their distress. Sending support, connection, sending a hand when they need one. Breathing in and soothing their distress. Also soothing my frustration, my impatience. Not judging, not putting down that impatience, but opening to it, soothing it as you might soothe another person who's feeling distressed. Breathing out with support for myself and my friends. Breathing in with understanding and compassion for my challenges and for theirs. Seeing sometimes that when two people interact, they both struggle. Sending support for them and their struggle. Support for myself and mine. Breathing in. Breathing in with compassion and understanding. Breathing in with the wish to soothe my discomfort and theirs. Not needing them to be the same, not needing them to harmonize perfectly. Breathing in and being present for and soothing the suffering of two people who are both trying to be heard. Breathing out and sending that intention again. Through all this, may I support myself and others. Throughout all this, may I maintain that strong intention of goodwill. May I send support and joy to others when it's easy. May I be open to the discomfort of when it's not. And even then, even if there's tension, misunderstanding, even then may I hold to that intention of goodwill. Joy for others, joy for myself. May my actions cause joy. May my actions be a cause for joy. Even when there seems to be the momentum of a past interaction that doesn't lend itself to understanding, may I remember, may I soothe the suffering of this other person. May I soothe my own suffering. May we both find peace. May I remember that it's always possible to at least remain open and to look for a sign, an opportunity to reach out and offer support. May I lead with this intention. May it be my intention with strangers. May it be my intention with people whom I know well and like. May it be my intention with people whom I know and don't like. May it be my intention with myself. In every interaction, may I be ready to offer support. May I remember that these people suffer, these beings suffer. May I remain open to understanding that, open to feeling all the difficulty that connects with that, soothing it and accepting it into myself, accepting it in through my senses, my perceptions, my mind, and allowing it to be transformed. Accepting the suffering of others around me. And responding with strong, positive intentions. May I remember this. May this be as strong as iron in my heart, this will to remain focused on positive actions, actions that yield fruit, that I will reap with satisfaction. May my actions yield fruit that others will reap with satisfaction as well. May none of us in this difficult, complicated situation this life we live, may none of us suffer. May we all find joy, and may my intentions always align with that intention and not interfere with it. When I need to, may I set boundaries for others in a polite and calm way. May I remember that I don't need to respond to every negative comment or verbal obstacle, every all the possible ways that someone could speak to you in a way that's not desired. May I remember that I have the option to not respond and to simply stay focused on developing this intention of owning my actions, and taking action that can only bear positive fruit. Remembering if another person who I encounter is engaging in harmful speech, that they are the victims of their own actions. So I breathe in, imagining that I'm soothing this person, pulling away from them on each in-breath all the bitterness and frustration, all the irritation that comes from engaging in harmful speech. May I pull away from them all the risk that comes from being in the precarious position of depending on others for your sense of meaning or value. Being dependent on others for reputation or esteem. Pulling away from them any of the unfortunate conditions that could cause someone to engage in harmful speech. Even under difficult circumstances, may I remember this. Even if their speech is true or untrue, whether they're speaking affectionately or harshly, whether others around them believe them or don't believe them. Whether there's someone I respect or someone I don't respect. No matter what happens, may I remember may I direct this intention towards them. May they not suffer. May I direct the intention that they have joy at them as well. And therefore, by setting this intention, I wish for myself great steadiness, great safety, may I remember that as long as I'm able to hold this intention close, I maintain for myself my serenity of mind. And so I wish for myself, as I breathe out, to have the great joy of this strong intention. I wish for myself as I breathe in to be saved from the bitterness of ill will, habitual reactivity, and may I remember that even if I do lose my equilibrium for a moment or for longer, the sooner I remember to focus on development of goodwill, compassion, tranquility, sympathetic joy. Focused intention. The sooner I begin again to heal the hurt that was caused to me, not by the person I encountered, but by my own habitual reaction. So may I interpret the unskillful actions of those around me as expressions of their own suffering. And may I remember always, as I breathe in now, to be ready to soothe the suffering of others, to soothe my own suffering. May I become very skilled in this, even in difficult moments. May I, as I breathe out, remember to always have available the skill of wishing well for others, of wishing them happiness, to always have, waiting just in case, the general intention to cause joy, knowing that if an opportunity arises to share joy with someone, I'll be ready. Knowing that if an opportunity comes to soothe someone's suffering, even if it comes in an unpleasant message, I can be ready for that too. And so wishing for myself great protection, great steadiness, as I focus on developing that intention, ready to give joy, ready to offer support, ready to absorb my mind in the intention of goodwill. Ready to soothe any sense of hurt that I experience. Ready to view that other person with a new perspective and remember that their intention, their unskillfulness, is a form of suffering for them. To be ready to offer support so they don't need to suffer as much. Remembering that what I expect can often come into play, and therefore wishing that I may hold on to this intention even when I'm hurt in an unexpected way by someone whom I care for, someone whom I have helped. Even then, may I remember that this intention of goodwill will protect me. The intention to be content with only this simple wish will protect me. And the remembrance that when people act unskillfully, it's a form of suffering. It comes from suffering and leads to suffering. So I breathe in, sympathetic for my own suffering and that of others, sympathetic for my own unskillfulness and that of others. Sympathetic to all the frustration, guilt, regret, shame, anger, irritation, all of the difficulties that arise from unskillfulness within and without. Ready to soothe those. Ready to use a gentle approach, a gentle hand, to soothe the results of unskillful actions. Understanding that people are trapped in habits, trapped in karma, and that it's not easy to escape. Breathing in, pulling away suffering. Breathing out and sending joy through that simple, kind intention of may all be well. May there be joy. May all be well. May I hold to that intention. May I hold to that intention in all my actions. And when something gets in the way, when we suffer, when we fail, may I look upon that as something that's happening with us together, that's understandable and human. May I not take that personally, but may I reach out with a soothing intention and be open to understanding. May I be with others through all their mistakes, patient with them and patient with myself, using what I need to take care of myself. And may I send joy and support to all my friends. May I support all people whom I meet with the intention of joy, the intention of positivity. May I remember that I'm heir to my actions. May our suffering and mistakes be soothed. May we find a skillful path. May I find a skillful path through my intention, through my focus, through my goodwill. Thank you and be well. So just to go over it real quick, this is my channel, Developing Kindness. Here I use breath meditation, focusing on goodwill and compassion to develop the 4 divine abidings from Buddhism: goodwill, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. I am, as I said in my previous video, right now recording from a car in a parking lot because the library that I was trying to go to turns out was closed. There may be some noise interruption. I'm going to try to deal with it, but there may be some background noise. So today this meditation was just me using the meditation technique that I use here to set intentions for the future. Kind of, I'm thinking for the coming week or so before maybe I make another one. We'll see. So just a quick mention of some things I'm working on. You know the deal. If you benefit from the work I'm doing, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I'd be very grateful. If anybody wants to consider becoming a Patreon, also super grateful for you considering that, looking into that. It would help me work more on these videos. There is a person who is helping me with the sound engineering, and I want to compensate them for the work they're doing. That would help us make more high-quality meditation videos with audio soundscapes and that kind of thing. Yeah, and just generally thank you for being here and being a part of this community. I would love to see any comments if you want to post about feedback for me, insights you have had, requests for meditation topics. I'd love to look into any of that. So yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate you listening, and I'll see you next time.